Wow, we're at the top of the Intercontinental in Sydney. We have arrived. The travel was delightful. Michael and I flew business class because that's the level we've become accustomed to. Michael is staying in a chateau.
Please, just for everyone who doesn't, for everyone who thinks that James Haskell is not a nice human being,
Yes, I'm not.
There were two esteemed, slightly older people who were sat opposite James and had a lot of baggage, and out of his own way, he went and insisted he helped them down with the baggage, to the point where the old fella actually thought he was nicking his bag. So he was like, "That's my bag," and he's like, "Yes, sir, I'm getting it down for you." But you were very, very nice.
Thank you. I tried to do that actually. I'm not palatable to everyone, but I have got good manners and I have got a good heart. But I just don't.
It's just very, very small. It's like the Grinch.
It is like Grinch. Swiss cheese pea heart.
Yeah.
So we travelled, came in. We're staying in a lovely hotel, Intercontinental Hotel in Sydney. I took Alex Payne and John Bartley out for dinner last night because my role within the group, you may or may not know, is to decide on coffees, locations, night outs, and food. And I haven't really ever let that down. We went to a place called Six Head, just on the front. I did look for Six Hat, yeah. We actually almost went to Six Hat Associate Financial Advisors, which was wrong because the bloke downstairs, English was not necessarily his first language, and he pointed his head and said, hat, and I said, okay, but he meant head. But we got there in the end, and we had a fantastic meal, indulged. But unfortunately, Alex and John are staying in an awful hotel. It's not the best. Legionnaire's disease, chalk outlines of corpses. Someone's definitely died in Alex's room. John Bartley's room smells like raw sewage. So they are not comfortable, so I took them out to cheer him up. But actually I've got some good news for Alex. He doesn't know. I've actually potentially got him a deal for a hotel, which I'm going to sort out and negotiate now. That's what we've done really. We've recorded a podcast on the top of the roof, looking over Sydney Harbour Bridge, over the Opera House, two of the biggest landmarks in Australia, synonymous with Sydney. We've got a big week ahead. We've got some DJ sets to record. We have got some meals out to be had. We've got a live show. We've got some other bits and pieces and podcasts.
We need a tear up.
We are going to have a tear up. Every day's not necessarily
Thursday
a tear up
after the live
I'm
show,
keen
maybe.
for a tear up. I really want to take the training wheels off and blow the doors off it. But rest in space, yeah? All right, I've got a bit of a sore throat today because of the air conditioning in my room. So I've had my omelette, I've had some nondescript Australian cereal. It looked a bit like, there used to be a good breakfast in the UK called Start. It was my favourite, but they've stopped doing it now. I don't know why. Maybe only I was eating it. But this morning I've had my omelette, I'm now having a breakfast muffin with butter and Nutella. Don't judge me. We're off today to get a lid cut. Got a DJ set on the roof today of the hotel. We're going to have a little wander round because Callum hasn't seen Sydney, and I haven't really seen Sydney either. I've seen a couple of restaurants in my hotel room. So we're going to go and do a little recce as well later, maybe of the establishment, or Nicky's, who's shuffled off. But we've got a big week, but it's only Tuesday, and it feels like I have been in Sydney for a long time. We recorded a fantastic lock-in last night, which is really interesting about kind of our health, not our mental health, but actual physical health, with some startling results. Alex has a bit of a story to tell that if he hadn't had a camera up his arse, he might have been in a spot of bother 3 or 4 years' time, but I won't spoil it. We recorded a little show talking all about what's going to happen with the Lions. Will they tour Australia again? And then I went to bed to do my laundry. Kind of rock and roll lifestyle I've got. Well, welcome to Sydney. I'm your tour guide, James Haskell. I'm going to surprise you. I don't know anything about any of this stuff, but I do know that Sydney Harbour Bridge, which I once went under on a boat full of lingerie models. In 2010, just after the first test, a friend of ours who worked for Citibank over here, or something like that, put on a lunch, and as we were at the lunch, a woman at another table who was rather well endowed and was wearing a sort of a red coat that British soldiers wear, and she said obviously everything was on show. She came with us, hey, can I have a photo? We said, yeah, no problem. So she got up and she started standing in front of all of us, and there was like 10 of us out for lunch, all had a few drinks, none of us thought we were going to be involved in the second test. And she's standing there, and I was pretty convinced she was going to rip a jacket open and get her cans out, because once we said we'd have a photo, this camera guy pulled out like a super professional camera, like a paparazzi camera. I was like, no way. Anyway, so I stood on the end because years ago, some of the England players had walked out of Twickenham, 2 girls going, can I have a photo? And they're going, yeah. And they lifted up and they had the cans out with sun written on it. And the guy took the photograph, put it in the papers, and Clive Woodward at the time got really upset. So I stood on the end, nothing happened. Anyway, finished lunch, guy pointed to a boat and goes, lads, I've got to surprise you. Point over, there's loads of girls going, Kee! Right there, all in lingerie. All go walking, all got lingerie, right? And I was like, well, these aren't special girls, they're just legit. He went, no, they're just PR girls. I was like, fine, because this is not probably the best plan we've ever had. But he's like, no, it's all chill, it's not that kind of thing. I'm just going to serve you drinks. I said, fine. So get on the boat, all the lads are excited, girls serving Coronas, it's amazing. And we pull out, we were eating over there, actually, right, on one of the restaurants in the front there. So as we pulled out, boat pulls out, my mate's at the front of the boat holding a Corona. He's taking a photo of all the lads, all the boys are talking. Guy's got his arm around 2 girls, having a really nice time. And just as I'm about to get involved, I turn and see the camera guy who's taking a picture of the girl in the red top has pulled out a mega lens, like a proper paparazzi sniper's lens. He's then started taking photos. I've gone, lads, get down. I've literally dived down the side of the boat. My mate, none of them heard me. They all got papped. We've left that harbour there, come out, gone on the Sydney Harbour Bridge. I've had the best day. Anyway, we've gone in. I've been called into the second test. We won the game in Sydney, having a great time. As I come off the field, my friend's like this. Like that. I don't know what he's talking about until Martin Johnson's big dick mitt comes over the top, like, goes, oi, I need to speak to you, right? And that's exactly how it sounds. And I was like, okay. And he takes me into the shower. We're clothed, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like boarding school. Takes me to the shower and he goes, have you been on a boat full of prostitutes? And I was like, no. He goes, have you been? I was like, no, I haven't. He goes, well, who organised it? And I said, no, I don't know. So a friend of mine works here. I said that they weren't prostitutes. He goes, well, the News of the World has got a story that you were on a boat full of prostitutes, you've all been having sex on your day off, and they're going to run a story. And I said, listen, it's not true. We didn't do that. They were PR birds. They were just there to serve drinks. No one had sex. No one did anything wrong. There was no impropriety. And I can get you the guy's number. So I called up my mate and said, listen, you better not have stitched us up, speak to Martin Johnson. And he told him, gave him the name of the agency. What had happened was, the girl that was having lunch turned out to be one of the most famous madams, brothel owner. She was a pimp, basically. And she was having dinner there. And what they'd done is because she had a photo with us, they tied the story of her and the girls in the boat, but they were complete separate companies. So they weren't prostitutes, so they were unrelated. So luckily, we managed to get it taken out of the papers, and it was put in page 8 or 9 of the News of the World with the title "England Players in Boats and Hose Drama." And the photo, you could just see my feet sticking out the bottom of the boat. Big Dozzer on the front taking photos, and what they've done is one of the guys is getting married. And he was sitting between 2 girls. They'd done one of them Zoom speech bubbles, like big Zoom mirror, magnifying glasses, and they'd found him with his hat on, but they couldn't decipher who it was. And now they were snitched, so it was all fine. So that was the last time I was around here, around Sydney Harbour, at one of the restaurants over there, I think it was, or just behind the quay. And we just came out, and yeah, okay, and it was good fun, good memories, hey. And here we have, well, the full bridge spec. Then we've got the very famous Sydney Opera House. I'd love to do a live show. If we ever became global enough to do a live show, my favourite podcast, My Dad Wrote a Porno, did one at Sydney Harbour. Did one at Sydney Opera Bridge. Sydney Opera Bridge. My Dad Wrote a Porno, my favourite podcast, did a live show at the Sydney Opera House. That is a dream, it's an aspirational dream, to go on a world tour and fill that. I'm not sure we can fill a local pub at the moment, but dream big, yeah? One thing I've learned about Australia is that wherever you go, even places you think would have an average cup of coffee have a fantastic cup of coffee. And I think that just makes the world a better place. So we just went to a place that the equivalent in the UK, it would have been real dark roasted beans. It would have tasted like burnt ass, really claggy on the palate. And you'd be like, oh, this is awful. Just rolled into another little place here. Fantastic coffee. Brilliant, really peps you up for the day, because what you think is going to be gash is mega. I just had a haircut. I look fucking unplayable now. I'm not going to lie to you. Just went to Tate & Lyle in Sydney. What a shape. He did the beard, he shaped it up. I've gone from conservatively a 4.8 out of 10 to now I'm thinking I'm pushing a 5.8. out of 10, and I think that's a massive step up for me. We're just walking through Sydney. We got told off earlier by the police. I don't know if Callum caught it on video. We might not know. It might be a little background like, excuse me. And he was like, I didn't do anything. We're just doing videos.
Listen, hey, sorry, I'm really sorry.
I was like, shut up. And the policeman would then, because someone came out and asked me for an autograph, or asked me for a photo, the policeman then backed down, and then I found a common ground because they asked about sport. He's like, yeah, mate, I'm not really into sport, like hunting. I went, hunting? I love hunting. Killing shit, can't get enough of it. Hate those animals. And so we really bonded, and they let us slide off. And we took a couple of pictures by the Opera House.
Look at this dude.
Shuffled up to get the haircut, and now we're going back. I'm actually on TalkSport with Mark Chapman in a minute in my hotel room. He's not actually in my hotel room, that'd be weird. We're going to log in. We're also going to do a little track walkthrough of my track Psycho, and then we'll see what we're going to do for the rest of the day. But there's lots more on. Oh my God, so excited. We're going on a man day with Callum, who's behind the camera. We're going to go to Manly for a bit of lunch. We just were walking past. I was going to take him down to the quay and the wharf where I told my dramatic story earlier. But we're actually going to go to Manly. I'm going to go get some food, get some coffees. We're on a ferry. Only in Australia could you bowl up. Just top up with it, just go through the gates with your credit card, roll straight onto a boat, be straight off it again. I'm very excited. Can I surprise you? I bloody love the sea and I love ferries. This is going to be exciting. Oh, mate, this is exciting. They serve beers on here. Excellent. I haven't got my sea legs yet. Sea legend.
Stop it. Get some help.
Here you have the famous opera. Here you have the famous. Here you have the famous Sydney Opera House, and then behind you we have the Sydney Harbour Bridge. We're just nipping over to Manly for some food. We're going to Felons, aptly named, if you understand my meaning. What a place Australia is. I can honestly, genuinely see myself moving here. Ooh, 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 it's exciting. Everyone's getting giddy. That's the most I've felt in a long time. Hi. Well, we're in Manly. We're at a place called Felons, which we talked about earlier, but I forgot where we were. I'm having some lovely fish and some hand-cut chips. Callum's having a salad. God, he's getting fat. But that's fine. And we're just enjoying it. I've got a glass of Chardonnay. Big fan of Chardonnay and white Burgundy. Similar. But I'm going to take Callum on a tour around Manly. I don't know where I'm going. We're going to just go to a coffee place, and it's a bit nippy, and I'm a bit cold. And I should have bought a jumper. I never normally get cold, but I didn't expect it to be this cold. And now my day's a bit sad. But I might buy a top, like a really cool Australian one, like a Billabong one or a Quicksilver one. Oh, my arse fucking broken. not for any fun reasons, just because what the fuck I've done to myself. Like, honestly, I walk so badly. My ankle is bollocksed. But I'm going to have to buy a top. I'm so cold in memento and souvenirs. Is it cool?
It'll keep you warm.
Oh, I tell you what, Bodie will bloody love that. Yeah, that is maybe the coolest thing I've ever seen. It's got two testicles hanging off it. But what's the balls about? Oh, it's his feet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pocket knife.
No, we're not giving her many knives at the moment. Sort of keeping them away from her. Do you want a key ring with your name on it that flashes?
Mate, you will not find my name on those.
Well, Callum, yeah, because you've got...
Childhood trauma.
Yeah, because
you find my name on
well, no, Callum. Yeah, because it's not spelt right, isn't it? Because your parents trying to be exotic. Because you were so boring. They were like, yeah, Cameron, Carol, Caroline, Catherine. Nah, sorry, pal, can't help you.
Okay.
I quite like that though. He just goes James.
In case you forget.
Yeah, I always forget. No, do you know how I don't forget? Because I'm such a fucking Z-list celebrity. Everyone shouts it at me every 5 minutes. James Haskell, Mr. James Haskell. Hey, James Haskell. You're like, yeah. Is it? I'm having an existential crisis. Is it really me? I don't know. Could be me. Oh, God, I've never been warmer. That's good, isn't it? She's like, please don't talk to me. You're a madman with a bag. Crazy man. Okay. All right. Dessert crepe. I've called it. I just need to check what colour the beans are, because the beans are dark roasted. We cannot, under any circumstance, have a coffee. That's the rule number one, is if the beans are really dark, doesn't matter how expensive the machine is, the coffee's going to be wank. Just watch. There, pal. See you, mate. I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay. I'm a bit concerned. They've got a nice machine, so La Marzocca. The problem is, you can have an amazing machine, but dark beans, it's going to make AIDS coffee, but they've got La Marzocca, which is the best coffee machine, and great beans. So I'm very hopeful. And then we'll get a crepe. What more crepe would you like? I've ordered crepe. Really nice, but I haven't been able to eat it because people are chatting to me. Everyone's loving my bag with the testicles hanging off it. It's for Bodie. But we're here, Manly Beach. It's, as you would expect, sand and sea. Met a few fans, it's all very nice. Listen, they think they're in on my crepe, and I can honestly tell you, I will punch one out the air, and that will shock a few people. But I think it's nothing more than they deserve. You know, and RSPCB, I respect you what you do, but I think punching a seagull is absolutely play on if it comes off my crepe.
Review of man.
Oh, so it's been intense. Food was excellent at Felons. People are lovely. The beach was as you would expect, sandy, beachy. These little motherfuckers are on it. Tried to do me out my crepe, but I said to one of them, I said, listen, yeah. If you want it, you can get it. But you want it, and it didn't want it, and it went away, and I ate my crepe in peace. And subsequently, we're now bowling back. And everything I do requires a bowl. It's not a walk. It's sort of a foot draggy limp. I mean, my glute's gone into fucking spasm. I mean, it's not a great walk, is it? It's not going to win. It's not going to win any awards for coolness, my walk.
Yeah, no, it's actually not too bad today.
Is it not? Oh God, no. Well, maybe. I'm not going to overdo it, because at some point you'll catch me doing it badly. But that's why whenever I film myself, if the camera doesn't have stabilisation, it looks like I'm on a fucking skateboard. I'm like going. So it's not ideal, but that's because I used to be a badass sportsman a long, long time ago. Now I'm just a mess. A crepe eating, coffee drinking, beer swilling mess. But still absolutely shredded. I'll show you a video I did with the Daily Mail. I mean, two lads looked like kind of melted wheelie bin, so it wasn't really tough competition, but the rig was intact. But I am beginning to feel it because I haven't trained in 5 days, which is not a good ride. What's this now? It looks like a set of little mouse traps. I'll tell you what it is. They've just repaved it. They're called separators, just in case you're wondering what they are. I solved that mystery in my own head. I thought, oh, what's that? And then I remembered knowledge. It's a bit cold now, isn't it? I'm so glad I got my tourism shirt that says Down Under. Do you know what the difference between do you know what an Aussie kiss is? It's like a French kiss, but down under.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Sounds better in your head. I'm like, how am I not selling out the O2? But yeah, so we've done that. We're now going to get the ferry back. Not sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to first port of call, drop a bomb. Second port of call, gonna go training. Third port of call, meet up with someone for coffee. Fourth port of call, beers with the lads, which I think it's just always nice to know what beers the lads in. Everything in Manly seems to appear to close quite early as well, which is surprising. But we are in winter. I don't think the Aussies appreciate just how nice these winter's day are. Yeah. This is like their worst winter's day. It's like, not really. It's like a summer day in Scotland. Oh, what's wrong with my ass? It's been. I feel like Pano at school. See, comedy, could do it. That's a bush turkey. Just disappearing. It's a bush turkey. We had them in I'm a Celebrity, and we got so hungry. I was like, I'm gonna stove one of their heads in and eat it. And they was like, don't eat it because it's full of worms. And I was like, at this point, I'll eat anything. But we couldn't do it because cameras are rolling. But I ordinarily I would have done it. But full of love, full of crepe, full of coffee. I desperately need to go and train because I am a mess. Yeah. Right, Manly Wharf. How do you get 10 minutes till we get back? Well, I'm not really sure to describe this setup here. It is like the beginning of sort of a Squid Games episode or some sort of movie where we've been put into the middle of a room. Things are going to happen to us. I think we're just getting amazing Chinese from Mr. Wong, but the setting is a bit evil boss, or has one of us been a traitor to the other ones? We've got a special plan? He looks a bit like a James Bond villain. Mr. Tyndall.
What's the dress code?
This is Charles Tyrrell.
That's as good as you can get.
This is as good as if I can get. So I'm surprised none of you two commented. Alex, why are you not commenting on dress? I think I look smart. I look smart. Oh. No, he said it's dress code. I said Charles Tyrrell, head to foot. Yeah, it's nice. I look smart. Fuck me. Who needs friends if you've got kind of dickheads knife and you better. I've got lovely Chinese. He looks very good. But you've got a good tailor. I need a good tailor. You have to look at this. What would your Bond villain be? Mr. Breath.
How would I kill someone?
The torn out, you just go, suck him up through your nose. Oh, Bruce got. So yeah, we're doing a live show. We're at the establishment. I've had a busy day today. I'm not really sure what I've achieved. I had breakfast out at Bill's. That was great. Did a lot of work, did emails, went through some guest DJ sets we've done. Tomorrow is a big day. Got a guest DJ set. Then we've got a ISPA hand lunch. Then I'm going to go for some food at my mate's restaurant, who I'm going to take Callum along. For a little restaurant, a little food out. And then we're going to do a little DJ set at the disco bar for a bit of fun. And then the world's our oyster. Let's see where we end up. Will there be trouble? Will there be not? I'm beginning to lose my voice. I've got a bit of a cough. So I'm probably need to look after myself. Up to, all good things must come to an end. We're nearly at the end of the tour. We are 15 minutes away from kickoff. What an adventure, what a journey. But my day is not done. We've got rugby, we've got Norsing, and I've got a DJ set 12:30 till 2 at the Ivy. It's going to be a belter. We've had a crazy time. The magic, the excitement is nearly finished, but there's so much more to tell. And then we go to Bali. Watch this space. I love it. Pop. Get the go. Oh shit! I've just seen a chocolate bar. I had chewing gum in my mouth. Now I'm eating chewing gum chocolate. Will I die? Who knows? What are your predictions? Very Australian thing, and nobody likes me. I'm upset about what I said about Susanna. I mean, it was hardly partly a joke, but anyway. No one can take a joke anymore. Lions 3-0. Was this one shut? Blocked. Yeah, then we watched 60 minutes, sorry, I'm ready to go. So. I'm shattered. It is 12:01, just landed in Bali. I mean, wow, lots gone on. The last time I think I left you was at the stadium. Then the biggest rainstorm known to man happened. The game got postponed. We then had to leave early, so we missed the second half of the game. Drove all the way to the club. Was shattered when we got there. It was actually a club that I got thrown out of the night before, but that's another story I'll tell later. But I've told on the podcast, Good, Bad, Rugby, as to what actually happened. Last night was obviously Saturday night, third test. Friday night, I knew I had a morning off yesterday, so I thought it's Friday night, give it a little bit of a nudge. Right, so I thought we'd go out for a few beers. I went out with Callum. I met up with some of the Lions Legend guys in a amazing bar called Bondi Tony's, like old school burger bar, like really cool. Had a few beers, and then we went into to a bar, and had a few beers. And we decided to go into town and went to the Ivy, right? And I was going, oh, that's funny because I'm playing tonight in the Ivy, so it'd be nice to see it. I haven't been there for years. I walked in, and it was like K-pop night, which is very popular
That's what
Asian,
Japanese,
very
yeah.
Japanese Asian.
My kids are currently watching K-pop Demon Hunters.
Right, but this music was 1:45. Like it was like someone putting a drill through your brain. It is utterly,
Much like this podcast in many
utterly
ways.
awful, right? Utterly awful.
I was at this point outside. I know exactly.
It's
what he was talking about.
indecipherably shit,
Right.
but they love it. They're loving it, right? Anyway, so I walked in and go, I cannot put up with this, lads. We're going to have to go somewhere else. Anyway, went upstairs, found an R&B room. So, okay, everyone's like getting fully into it. Get around the drinks, and I'm standing there, and someone just bumps me from behind. If you spill my drink. So I turn around and see who it is, and this bloke, and he just carries on walking. So I've got a thing about manners. So I leant out, grabbed him on the shoulder, pulled him around. I said, mate, I can't. I said, listen, if you bump into someone, say, excuse me. And he just came right up into my face. So I pushed him away, right, turned back, and because I thought he'd gone, he came running up, and I didn't see he'd come running up, and security grabbed him. There's a bit of a thing, and I think they're gonna take him out. So I'm like, yeah, it was him. We get that prick out, right?
Marrow.
And then they've come to me and gone, excuse me, sir, can we have a word? And I'm like, yeah, no problem. Right, I was sober, and he goes, can you come this way? Anyway, Doz has then seen that, gone into full best friend defence mode, thinks I'm going to get taken down to like a stairwell and filled in by bouncers. So he's
Left
like,
in a
everything
wheelie
all right,
bed.
Jim? I was like, no, we don't need you involved. Calm down.
Hair trigger, Doz.
Hair trigger. Like, loyal friend. Anyway, they were still walking. Doz then comes back for more. Jim, you're right, I need to come with you. Jim, I said, Doz, it's fine. No one's done anything. We're okay. Anyway, took me into a corridor, stand outside the lift, said to me,
Naughty boy corner.
Naughty boy corner, right out the back, like down the thing with this guy, and he goes, right, finish your drink. I was like, fucking have the neck of tequila soda. Get on the lift. We're in the lift. Lift goes down one floor, and a staff member who works at the club gets him with some food, sees me and the security flanking me, starts looking a bit worried. And the security goes, don't worry, love, we've got him. As if I was a serial killer. I was like, sorry, what is going on? Anyway, they go, what we're going to do is we're going to sit and watch the CCTV footage, right? Of it, a bit like, and he obviously clocked that I used to play rugby. So he goes, like a bit like the fourth official, a bit like the bunker. So I was like, oh fucking hell, you know you're making jokes. So then take me right down and said, put me on a wooden stool by the door with a little pile of sick next to
Did that
it.
bring back school trauma?
It was, yeah. It wasn't a headmaster. You sit there and they go, we've reviewed it. Sorry, can't let you back in. And I was like,
Was it orange, red, or yellow? What was the orange?
I think it was orange.
20-minute red
I
card.
didn't hit him or anything. So,
Right.
and so anyway, he goes, look, we've reviewed it in the bunker. You can't. You got to leave, right? So I said, but I know I'm coming back here to DJ tomorrow. I'm not really a troublemaker. It's not a problem. And he goes, I'm sorry. People upstairs have said you got to go. So anyway, he then walked me down the end of the road, like flanked me all the way. And I said to him, listen, can you do me a favour? He was a really nice guy. I said, can you go back and tell Dozza that I'm okay and that I haven't disappeared? Because what he'll do is he'll go mental and start trying to get one of you. So, and he was like, really? I said, yeah, you don't need that. So anyway, he took me to the end of the road and he goes, where do you want to do now? And I said, well, you've sort of stitched me out. All my mates have gone. Can I get into that bar? He goes, oh yeah, I'll get you into there. So he helped me get into another bar across the road. So anyway,
I want that one.
that one. Anyway, fast forward to the game yesterday, right? I walk in a box and I see John Eales. And I was like, fuck. And he comes up, Spikes. I goes, hi, Hass, how are you? I was like, oh my God, John Eales knows my name. And Brett Robinson was there. I said, where have you been hiding? I had a laugh. And John Eales, I was like talking to him all about it. And I had a pint of Guinness in my hand, right? And someone bumped me from behind and I spilt my Guinness on John Eales' shoes and on my foot. And I was like, all right, fuck this. So I've turned round and it's this old bloke. And I've gone to lean over to grab him. And John Eales goes, no, that's a former Prime Minister. And security have fucking grabbed me as I'm literally about to grab the back of John Howard's thing and tug him. He honestly floored me. Security have gone, mate, what are you trying to do? So I've got my arm behind my back. I'm like, he's just bumped me. He can sort of do what he likes, right? Honestly, it was an absolute fucking drama in the middle of this room. I've almost taken out one bloke and then taken out the Prime Minister, who was an absolute badass. Who then we got introduced.
Another quiet afternoon in the world of James Haskell.
And then we DJ'd and it was flipping unbelievable, amazing. The room was so full. I got to play all the music I wanted to play. I played my new stuff. I could not have been happier. Matt, the guy before who warmed up for me, was just unbelievable. Set the whole mood. Alice before him was great. It was the perfect crime, really. Came in, and then I might have kicked on and pushed it a little bit too hard. We had a podcast this morning on the roof, well, not a roof, but in a lounge bar. We had to wheelchair rugby, which was good, and then I had lunch and I caught a flight, 6 hours, and I'm shattered and I've landed. I've got no water, and I don't know what I'm doing. I think I've got an ear infection, so fun.